We will start, though, with college football and with the Ohio State Buckeyes making their way to the Lone Star State, de-icing delaying Ohio State's arrival in Texas by about 30 minutes. But the Buckeyes are on the ground less than 48 hours before the college football playoff semifinal against Texas. Our own Mark Kuntz is there as well and has more from Ohio State.
Since beating both Tennessee and Oregon in convincing fashion, there's been plenty of praise heaped on the Buckeyes, including from Texas head coach Steve Sarkisian. But Ohio State isn't buying it. They are focused on one thing: winning for each other.
You want to do right for your brothers, on this team. We're trying to win the big thing. We're not just, trying to go win 2 games and lose. We're trying to win the big thing. As long as we stay motivated, stay, humble, don't take the rat poison, things like that, and just execute and just play our hardest, then we'll be fine.
I think that our execution has taken a step up in the last couple of weeks. I think that, we had our, ebbs and flows of the season where we just weren't doing what we wanted to do on the field. And, it hasn't been perfect these last couple of weeks, but we've definitely been executing better than we have in the past. So we just got to keep that ball rolling, and it really starts with just a very high sense of urgency.
Playing a third playoff game is taxing, not only physically but mentally, as the Buckeyes' biggest challenge is keeping the intensity up week after week.
It's not difficult if you have a strong mentality. You got to remind yourself that the team we're playing has played as many games as we have, and they want it just as bad as us. So it's a battle of discipline. It's a battle of who's willing to do their job and strain the longest.
That's the biggest challenge, I think. It's finding the battle of fatigue throughout the entire playoffs, the long season. I think our biggest thing is recognizing that and knowing that we have to put even more emphasis into being intentional in practice. And
it's a long season. This is where we want to be, but making sure their energy levels are at the right place, that's important. I mean, they're going to be motivated, but we try to take care of them, emotionally and physically.
Embrace all of it. We're built for these moments around here. That's why we wear the Blanco. That's why we come to Ohio State to play in games like this, and we're definitely up to the challenge.
Now, tomorrow afternoon, we will hear from Ryan Day as well as Steve Sarkisian. You can live stream that press conference on the BCSN Plus app. On the road with the Buckeyes in North Texas, Mark Kuntz, BCSN.
There's been all kinds of conversation about how in the modern era of college football, there is so much more parity, and a lot of that thanks to an expanded playoff and NIL. But the recruiting rankings could have told you a few years ago that these two teams would wind up in this position. A ton of 5-star players, 25 will be on the field. More than 50 on each side were 4-star players, and some 3-stars making a difference as well. It's going to be 2 of the best teams, as you would expect, playing in the Cotton Bowl.
BCSN's coverage of Sports Nightly on the road with the Buckeyes is presented by Directions Credit Union. Choose your own direction.